Good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this session. This is a Q&A session for the Economics and Business programs we have here at postgraduate level at the UCL School of Slavonic and Eastern European Studies, known as SSEES. So some of you might have seen me from previous sessions, but my name is Sam Kelly. I work in the admissions office here at SSEES, and I'm joined today by Dr. Randolph Bruno, who's the program area coordinator for our economics programs. So the session today is going to be a presentation from Dr. Bruno going over the economics programs that we have here, and then that will be followed by a Q&A session where you have a chance to ask any questions you have. It looks like it's a fairly small session today. We might have a couple of people coming in later, but because it is, feel very welcome to kind of have your cameras on. We can just have a sort of direct chat, but we'll also have the chat function, so you can also ask questions on there if you'd prefer. So yeah, without further ado, I'll pass on to Dr. Bruno.
Thank you very much, Sam. And thank you, Kim and Susie, for joining in. Let's make it as interactive as possible. So I will start with a presentation, but please stop me if you don't understand anything. And then after the presentation, we'll have question and answer. So we make it as interactive as possible. So let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so you should be seeing in a second the slide coming. So I'm going to have a short presentation, probably around 7-10 minutes, and I will try to kind of give you an overview of SSEES, of us, of the programs, of course. So I will speak a little bit by myself at the beginning. I'm an admission tutor of economics and business, and I'll tell you a little bit more in the next slide. So I introduced the school as a whole, so the whole School of Slavonic Eastern European Studies, and then the Faculty for Economics and Business. So, and I will give you a kind of some hints or where we are working in terms of subject areas and the breadth and depth of our research. Then I will go into the portfolio of masters we have, the 1 year and 2 years. Is the options that we can offer students. And then I will also give some recent example of impactful research, because as you know, UCL is a research-led university, so we want to make sure that we showcase also this to you. And I will finish my presentation with a couple of suggestions of why we really think it's valuable to study with us and what we are looking for in the candidates coming to study with us. I hope this is this sort of good for as a table of content. So let me start myself. I'm Randolph Bruno. I've been working at SSEES for now basically 10 years, and I'm here in my capacity as an admission tutor, and so I follow together with Sam, with Lisa, the process and the admission of students into our programs, both at the undergrads and the postgrads. Today is about postgrad, but I also follow the undergrads part. And I'm an assistant professor of economics, and I'm specialized in game theory and industrial organization. So this is what I do in terms of research. So let me now speak a bit about the University College of London and about SSEES. University College London has a reputation that is quite good and is world renowned, and it's basically 200 years of kind of disruptive thinking. So we were founded in 1826, so quite time long ago, and UCL at the time was the first secular university in the country. So you had Cambridge, Oxford, but these were obviously still linked to the religious kind of upbringing, and we didn't. So this is the first secular university, and we're very proud of that. What about SSEES itself? The School of Slavonic Eastern European Studies, SSEES for short, has a 100 years history. So it's also a very long-lasting institution and very well established, and was founded in 1915, and so in a very kind of tumultuous historical moment. But it's a kind of merge into UCL is much later, so in 1999. So we are at UCL for 23 years now. So who we are? we are a quite big group of economists and management scholars that I divided into columns, one on the left and one on the right. We have the professors, so the research active sort of part of the faculty, and then we have the teaching fellows that are most dedicated to the education part. They are in alphabetical order. I'm just the top one because my surname happens to be with a B. And I do industrial organization and game theory. Pavel does labor economics, Nauro macroeconomics, Thomas Tverk economics on the family and property rights. Elodie Duran, she specializes in culture and social economics. Yumeji, macroeconomics and policy. Yulia, entrepreneurship. Svetlana, central banking and econometrics. Miriam, FDI, international trade. Eugene, finance. Alberto Prati, behavioral economics. Slava Radati, innovation, and Marco Arnaldi, inequality. So we are really kind of a very diverse and very research intense group of scholars. On the right-hand side, we also have a fantastic colleagues from the education side. Idili specialized in international trade, Chiara in qualitative analysis and international business, Ilias finance, Filippa political economy, Yatin Li quantitative methods, Serena is macroeconomics and central banking, Erkin game theory, and Ramesh microeconomics. So we really have a very diverse and very well-formed group of scholars working together in providing the best teaching as possible. So what about the programs that you're probably here to hear about? So the programs that we offer us basically are two main programs, okay? The so-called one-year programs. So the Master in Comparative Business Economics on the left-hand side in the slide. And on the right-hand side of the slide, you see the Master in Comparative Economics and Policy. Just to give you a overview, the Master in Comparative Business Economics tend to be bigger in terms of number of students, whereas the Master in Comparative Economics and Policy tends to be more kind of a niche type of offer. So to give you a flavor, I just listed here some of the compulsory modules that you encounter when you come here in September. So, and on the left-hand side, you see the political economy of international business. IB stands for international business, quantitative methods, advanced quantitative methods, and the master dissertation. So these are the modules that you have to kind of pass in order to be able to obtain your degree. On the right-hand side of this slide, you see the compulsory module for the other master, the economics and policy one. And here you have international macroeconomic policies, quantitative methods, and advanced quantitative methods are again compulsory module for this, and a dissertation. So the difference is mainly about international macroeconomic policy or political economy, and obviously in the type of electives that you can select, especially in the second term. The dissertation, as you appreciate, is obviously compulsory, and it's quite important in terms of credits. It's 60 credits. So this gives you already a sense how we give importance to research, because as a research-led university, we consider dissertation as a very important part of your master, and we give to the dissertation a high weight. Okay, what about kind of other kind of possible choices? I didn't put the whole list of choices, but to give you a sense of the diversity. On one hand, you can choose module of corporate finance. Some students are interested in going into consultancies or finance, so this is particularly suitable. Financial development or economics of property rights. And on the right-hand side, we have more kind of policy. Remember, the economics and policy master is more for the policy side. So maybe students interested in going to work for government or international organizations or NGOs, whatever. Okay, so we have more trade and FDI, public choice, private interest. So on the trade-offs between the public sphere and the private one, and again, financial development can be selected. So there is a partial overlap, but obviously there are specificities because of this policy focus on the niche master and this more general focus on the comparative business economics. So Now, I would like to finish my presentation with two pieces. First, a couple of examples of impactful research, and then we'll finish with some kind of highlights of what we're looking for in a students applying for our masters. So we had done some research on the impact of UK leaving the European Union, and this has been featured in different journals and in different conferences. On the other hand, we have created a series of seminars on topics that are particularly important for this area, School of Slavonic European Studies, but I would say for the whole world in general. So about informal practice, corruption, institutional change. So these are research-informed type of activities. So on the first one, so we have been featured into Financial Times, Brussels Times, New York Times, etc. And this research basically shows how Brexit might have entailed a kind of cost-intense FDIs. And actually, this prediction was done around 2016-17, and the prediction was quite right, because now the investments in UK are much lower than they were back in that time. And this has been kind of resonated in different parts, and it's kind of a broad in scope, and but very, very relevant in terms of the historical moments we are living now. What about the Friday for Corruption? This is more kind of a general activities to which every single student is invited. So basically students enrolled in our master can attend a very, very big portfolio of seminars, activities, workshops, etc. And this is a value added that we give compared to other universities. And these events of 4 Fridays, so that's why it's called 4 Fridays, so they were spread through 4 Fridays. So a participation around 60 scholars of different nationalities from all different continents, and we were focusing on informal practices, corruption, institutional change. I just wanted to mention that SSEES is a School of Slavonic Eastern European Studies, not only composed by economists or where economists work, but also by political scientists, sociologists, language and cultural experts. And we have among the top kind of world experts in informal practice, Leonardo Dionova, on corruptions, and we actually work with them very, very closely. And this is why I'm presenting this type of research. So let me finish with why UCL and what we look for in candidates. Okay, why UCL? Well, I don't have to spend much on that. It's a member of the Russell Group, is among the best universities in the world, and is a research-intensive university. We think this is a value add that we give you, regardless the type of job you're looking for after, or maybe you are looking for a PhD after, or a research-led work. We are a truly inclusive and global university. Global because we are in a global city, global because we are really, really diverse, and because we keep pushing for this feature anytime we work on improving our portfolio, our admission, etc. So, so the motto, disruptive thinking since 1826, is really what drives us every single day. Now, what are we looking for an applicant at postgraduate level? So we look for the ability to apply knowledge in the constant and Central European economies, region, as well as other emerging economies such as China. So we are not focusing only on the region, we cannot to expand. And also we consider the region connected to the world with globalization. And so we have a outreaching kind of focus, not inward looking. That we look for someone with the ambition and willingness to use the MA as a stepping stone to face the competitive labor market. So we try to give the toolbox of knowledge, allow you to face a quite competitive labor market, UK-wise, Europe-wise, world-wise. And we don't want you to arrive kind of without preparation. We actually want you to have prepared to be an all-rounder in that respect, okay? We are looking for independent researcher, so kind of with the idea of getting research into your work. And we look for critical thinker and open-minded persons. So this is something that we cherish at SSEES, as we do at UCL. So I've finished. So I just would like to finish with a kind of an encouragement. Fast forward your future coming to us, because we think the results of our students are amazing, and we are very happy to see them thriving now. So, and I'm very happy to answer any question I have on us and on the master. Thank you.